Hello, Asta here and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a different kind of video. I want to talk about my favorite brushes. I often get asked what brushes I use, what brands I use, and what are my favorites. So I thought I'm just gonna do a little video and show you my favorites. So today specifically I want to talk about the eye brushes, and I have so many different eye makeup brushes. It's literally a full tub, but I always find myself reaching for the same brushes over and over again, and these are the ones I have in my hand, and it's the ones that I mainly use on each client, on myself, and these probably would be my top ones that I use all the time. When it comes to brands, I don't really have preference which brand is the best, which one I absolutely love to use. I have a mixture of different brand brushes. The top brands that I have in my eye brush collection are Zoeva, MAC, Sigma, Rebelluna, and there's many more other ones that are maybe not that well known worldwide. Some of them are just local here and that are made in Ireland, but they are just amazing brushes. So the brushes I'm gonna talk about today is the ones that I really can't imagine doing a great job without. I wouldn't use the whole lot for one eye makeup look, but it just differs and depends on eye makeup I'm creating. And sure, I will start from the very scratch, from applying your eyeshadow base. And for that, I actually love a flat brush, a flat synthetic brush. This brush is amazing because you not only can apply your eyeshadow primer on the lids, but you can also use it to apply concealer, blend out concealer, and carve out your brows as well. So it's kind of like a multitasking brush. I love this one. It's actually, I think it's the perfect size for me as well. And this specific brush is Sigma brand E60. Like some of them, brushes don't even have the names on anymore because I own them for so long. Sigma brushes are amazing. I bought a set of Sigma brushes like, I don't know, like 7 years ago, and they are in perfect shape. They are washed nearly every day and they just like new. So another brush which I absolutely love and I can't imagine doing my makeup anymore is the one that I found from a company called My Kit Co. And it's an English company, and they actually do an amazing brushes, like a really good quality brushes. And specifically this brush here, which is my Kit Co Pro 1.12, is a fantastic blending brush. So I absolutely love this brush for laying down my transition shades into my crease because it has this pointy top, but it's so soft. The actual brush does all the job for you blending your transition shade. It's actually super soft and it doesn't drag. It feels like a little feather or a little like tail of the bunny is on your eyes. It's actually so soft. I only own it for like a good year, but still amazing quality. It doesn't shed. Also the same brush I love to use in between applying my eyeshadow. So if I need to blend everything together, you've probably seen me using this brush many times now. And yeah, this is one of my top favorites to have. So to compare this to the other ones that I have, this is the comparison. There's another blending crease brush from Inglot, and then there's this MAC one, and there's this Zoeva one, and they all like nice and handy to have and use, but specifically this brush, because it has this pointy top compared to the other ones, this is the winner for me. This is the one I always reach for, and I would be so sad if I would lose it. So another amazing brand of brushes that I recently discovered is called Rebelluna. And Rebelluna brushes are made here in Ireland. This specific brush I'm showing you now is R21. It's a smaller version of the blending brush that I showed you, and it's not as pointy, but it's perfect for doing this more detailed crease work. So if you don't want to diffuse your eyeshadow too high up, which this My Kit Co brush does, it actually just applies it quite widely. This is amazing for just more detailed, precise crease work. Also amazing blending in between eyeshadows or underneath the eyes. And just to compare, this is the comparison. One is kind of slightly bigger and pointier, and the other one is just kind of more roundier but still very fluffy. So when it comes to packing color or creating that perfect V shape at the end of the eye, I absolutely love MAC 221. It's actually a nice little blender brush, and I have it for now 4 years, I think, and it's just still amazing. It is a bit stained because it's white, but it still does an amazing job. So this brush I absolutely love to actually pack the color on the outside of my lid and slightly brush it into the crease, and it just does an amazing job. I think the size is just perfect for any kind of lid. I use this on myself as well as for my clients, and I can't imagine my work being done without this brush. I literally use it every time I do any kind of makeup. So when it comes to packing color on the actual lid, applying pigments and glitter and wet eyeshadows, I absolutely love a small synthetic brushes, very precise flat brushes. This one here is from a company called Face 2, and I got that in the Makeup Forever shop, and it's actually brilliant. So it really kind of gets onto the lid, and it's especially nice if you wet it with a finishing spray, and it just packs the color amazingly onto the lid. Also, I find it great if you want to cut the crease because of how skinny that is, and if you use concealer you can cut the crease no problem at all. So this is a handy little one to have. So for more detailed work, what I love is the Morphe brush, and this one is M507. You've probably seen this brush again. I've used it many times. It's such an amazing small detailer brush. It's amazing for that little tiny work that needs to be done on the outer part of the eye. If you want to pack or deepen up the outer V, make it darker, is just great. Also amazing for the underneath the eye area. You can even use it to highlight tear duct area, maybe top of your lip. It's just great little brush. I love that so much, and I use it nearly in my every makeup tutorial as well. So when it comes to more detailed work or detailed eyelid work, and there's loads of colors going on the lids, and I need to do transitions between the colors, I love to use this Sigma brush here. It's a duo fiber, very fine tip brush, and this one is E41. This brush I use in so many of my YouTube videos. You've probably seen me brushing down 2 colors together using this brush because it's just amazing for doing that kind of work. It's also amazing when you have your cut crease done and you want to just go over the top of the cut crease to blend the 2 colors together. It's just handy for someone who is doing maybe more detailed work on the eyes, maybe not for everyday makeup, but if you are a fan of cut creases or many transitions on your eyelid in different colors, this is the one to have. I think I seen this brush first on maybe Jaclyn Hills or someone from YouTube using it, and since I got it, again, it's been ages ago because the name is nearly gone from the handle. When it comes to eyeliners, I love to use a gel eyeliner, and to apply gel liner on my clients and on myself, I normally would use an angled brush or like a bent brush. So, but out of the two, I would still go with the kind of bent brush more. The reason why is that it's so handy because it's bent. It's very easy to go and do the line along the lash line because of its shape. Now the other one that I love is slanted brush as well, but I mean this makes my job so much easier doing it on myself and on my clients, because if you can see, it fits just straight into the lash line and you just drag it down and it just does the whole job for you. It's from Sigma. I think there's many other companies that do similar brushes like this, and this is Sigma D12, and the slanted one that I showed you is actually with no brand. I don't know where I got it, but why I like this brush is because of how skinny this brush is. If you can see, it's so skinny. So once you apply the product onto the bristles, it gets really precise and nice, because sometimes angled brushes can be very thick. So just to compare, there's another one that I have, and I hope you can see how much thicker that is, and imagine your eyeliner, it wouldn't be as neat and precise as this one here, which has a very kind of skinny finish to the bristles. So for underneath the eye area, I absolutely love few brushes, and I use them depending on what eye shape I'm working on. The eye shape is quite bigger. I absolutely love this one here. It's from Zoeva. I think it's the 227. I can't really see the name. I'll let you know here anyways the number, but what I like it is a great shader brush. So if you apply some pencil and you want to smudge it out, it's perfect. It does a great job. It's very dense. It actually keeps the product in its place, and I love this brush for that. If someone has a smaller eye, I love to use a pencil brush, but again, the pencil brush, and that is a bit pointier than your normal pencil brush. To compare the two, you can see how one pencil brush, this one here, is so much more pointier than this one here. You have a smaller eye to work with, it's actually easier to go underneath the eye, and if you have your pencil, if you want to precisely blend it out, or if you just want to apply eyeshadow underneath the eye, it's just amazing to fit into the underneath the lashes. So this brush here, again, is from Rebelluna that I mentioned before. It's R24, and it's an Irish brand, but again, an amazing pencil brush. So far I haven't had any kind of pointy pencil brushes before, but I absolutely love how that works. Another brush that I would use is the tiny shader brush. These are amazing again for more detailed work, and I actually go between the two. So one is Zoeva and the other one is from company called Da Vinci, which I got in Germany, this one here. I love these two brushes because again, because of their size, they actually fit amazingly underneath the eyes. Or if I have to blend out the eye pencil on the lid, it actually does a great job kind of diffusing the product. And these two are just fab, and I just kind of rotate between them depending on which I can get first from my tub of brushes. Again, they're a bit different. One's more fluffier, one is more dense. I think this brush actually is supposed to be a lip brush, but I never used it as a lip brush. I always use it for the eyes. I don't know why. So we're nearly there. I have just few more that I use. Like second last, I would say, is this slanted brush again. It's different from the one I showed you before, which I used to do my eyeliner, because it's a bit longer in bristles and it's softer and more bendier. So it's actually supposed to be for your brows, I think. Because it has this spoolie at the other end, but what I use it for is actually this end. I use to comb my brows into place, and this slanty side I actually use to carve out my brows. I absolutely love how it actually sits underneath the brow and how bendy that is, and it's just amazing little brush. I use it every time, like every single time I do someone makeup because I do brows, I use this brush to carve out the brow. I lost it once. I don't know where I left it, and I was lost. I was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt so like, felt so sad because I don't know, I just love this brush. So this brush is from Crown Brush, and I can't see the name on it anymore because it's that old, but I will let you know anyway. So I have just another few that I use it, but not that often, but they are actually great to have. And depending on what eye makeup look I'm creating, I actually love this little fluffy one, which is amazing for diffusing the edges or merging the eyeshadows together, because it's so soft. When you want just a little touch, go over your eyeshadows and make sure there's no harsh edges or anything. I love this brush. This one's from Zoeva, and it's the Zoeva 224 brush. Another one that is handy to have is this little tiny lip brush. Now I'm not using this for the lips again, so I love this tiny brush to highlight the inner parts of my tear duct, maybe top of the lip. It's just so handy because it's so tiny. It does a great job. Never use it for the lip, I don't know, I always use it for the eyes. Again, it's just, I found it great. And then lastly, another one from my Kitco. You can already tell, my Kitco company has this nice light blue color handles for the brushes. and this one is 3.4. So this brush is called Line and Define. It can be used for multiple purposes. One of the purpose could be as correcting the lip shape. If you're doing a very bright lip, if you're doing red lip and you need to really correct and go and be precise with your concealer and just correct the lip shape, this is amazing. Like, I use it so much when there was like a red lip season for Christmas, and when you need to really go along the lip line to just kind of fix it and make it nice and even and neat. Another way that I use this brush is actually underneath the eyes. I love to just apply a tiny bit of darker shadow underneath the lower lash line, and because it's so fine and so skinny, it gets in there really well. Also amazing for smudging that eye pencil on the top lash line, because again it gets into the lashes so well because of its shape. So I wouldn't use it like every time, but it's so handy to have, and I do reach for that from time to time. So these would be my top picks for the eye brushes. I of course have plenty more in my tub, which I carry with me every time I'm working. If I would just have the bunch that I actually showed you, I could do a really great job doing eye makeup. Like, I know the other ones are great to have, and because they all can be used in different ways, but the ones I showed you, these would be my favorites. These are the ones that I use the most, and probably even my eye makeup tutorials here on YouTube and also on my clients. Of course, if I want to, I could just halve them, because some of them are multitasking brushes, but because I don't need to downsize and I love them all, I just shared all of them with you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been helpful, and if you want me to do something else that I have or something else of my favorites, please do let me know in the comments down below. And next time I will probably do my favorite face brushes. There won't be that many as the eye brushes, but still. So thanks again, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel because I upload my videos every Friday, and I sure see you in my next one.